What's up, guys? We're back out here in the shop. I got the sump box waterproofed on the inside, painted on the outside, got all the baffles in, got all the silicone in and set. We're gonna get ready to do a water test on it now, get everything filled up. All of the chambers and everything are ready to go. So get you paused here for a second, get the hose in, and we'll start filling it up. Make sure everything's all waterproofed. Okay guys, we're back. As you can see, we got water filling. It's going into the first chamber here, about ready to spill over. You can see in here that the tower is holding water, doing okay. No leaks around the outside at all so far. Looks like everything's holding. We'll let it keep filling up here real quick. Show you guys how it goes in. The first chamber is about full here, so as it gets to the first chamber on the top here, you'll see that it'll spill over the top, go into the second chamber, and go under just like a normal sump would. I know it's not too exciting or thrilling. I'm just showing you guys that you can do a sump out of plywood also, as long as you have everything waterproofed. So you can see that it's at the top right here. This is at 11 inches. So all of this right here is the overflow gap, starting to go over the top here, spilling over. Coming into the second chamber. Goes under the second chamber. It'll start backfilling until it gets to the third, and then so on and so on, over and under until all the chambers are full. We'll get it filled up and show you guys what it looks like when it's all full. Run the camera underneath and see if there's any leaks on it or if everything's going to be holding water. Be right back. Okay guys, we're back. It's all filled up. I filled it up about an inch over all of the baffles into the overflow, just to make sure there's plenty of weight on it and to make sure that everything's going to hold water with all the pressure on it. So far on the underside, if you go along all the seams, no drips anywhere, no problems, nothing immediately coming to run out like it did on my first time through on this other sump that I did. I had a small little drip leak that started right away, so I'm hoping I learned how to get all this right after doing it the first time. Shouldn't have any issues with this thing sealing. You can see down into the tower here, there'll be a water diffuser, or I'm sorry, a light diffuser going along down here. So as the water pours down into this part, this will be filled with K2 media, and that'll be the moving chamber. And then I'll have different media and filtration and UV lights and stuff like the other sump going through all the chambers. I don't remember if I said it last time or not. This is not the only way to do it. This is just the way that I did it. And I recommend putting the base plate down and then putting the frame down on top of the base plate instead of having the base plate being inside the edge pieces. You can see anywhere along this with this part right here on the side pieces coming down to the base plate along the seam. If it were to leak anywhere, you would see exactly where the leak is coming out doing it that way instead of covering the base plate. Plus, if you put all the screws on through the base plate up into the side pieces, it gives it a lot stronger reinforcement. You can do them any size you want, any shape you want, with as many baffles as you want. Like I said, this is not the only way to do it. This is just the way I did mine, and I've had success with it. I totaled up how much media can be in here, and with the filtration and how much media you're able to put in, it's the equivalent of about 4 or 5 FX6s being in here. The flow rate of the pumps that you can put into this thing that I built the tank to hold filter out about 1,300 gallons per hour. So I'm turning my 600-gallon tank over about 2 times every hour. I'd like to get 3 possibly. I'm going to crank it up on this one to see if it can take that flow and how rough it is when it comes back into the tank for the fish. But if everything is smooth and I don't have any problems, I'll probably run this thing at about 16 to 1800 gallons per hour flow rate. That way I can turn the tank over about 3 times an hour. But for right now, this will take at least a 1200 gallon per hour flow rate, just like the other one did. This sump's a little bit bigger. It's 7 foot long, 2 foot wide. It's a little bit wider and it's a little bit longer than what the other one was, so it'll hold just a little bit more water. Plus it has the extra 4 inches for the overflow. In case the power shuts off, I don't have to worry about anything. I'm happy to help anybody that has any questions. If you have anything that you're wondering about that I didn't cover on this, let me know. I'm happy to help. And the next time you guys see this, it will be filled with media and it will be running underneath the 600, and I'll show you how everything turned out. Thanks guys, have a good evening.